Hi, my name is Laura. I'm from a small town in eastern Iowa, and today I am dealing with some cherry pits, and I'm going to make some cherry pit jelly. Cherry season for us here in eastern Iowa just came to a close, and Oliver and I ran to my parents' house, and they were harvesting their cherry trees, so we sat down and helped them, and they were just going to throw out the pits. And I've seen a few different people, including Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead, make cherry juice from the pits, and generally you can make jelly from the cherry juice. So we're giving it a shot. So we brought home all of their cherry pits. So I put them in the freezer, and I have two big containers. So this is the first one. I put it in, and I just added enough water to cover the pits. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just boiling it down until all of the, flesh comes off of the pits. And I'll check it periodically, and as soon as it's all off, then it will be ready. So to strain this, I'm going to use this nut bag for making cashew milk or almond milk or whatever. I only have one piece of cheesecloth out of a package, and I need it for some chicken broth that I have going in the crock pot right now. So I'm just going to use my nut bag to get all the juice separated from the pits and flesh. So I've let this cool down for a while now. I didn't want to burn myself, and I'm just going to ladle it scoop by scoop in until my pot is empty. So you could take this and hang it. I'm just going to leave it here for a minute and get my other giant container of cherry pits in my pot, covered with water, and get that rolling while I strain out the juice of the other one. So I don't have a stand to put this nut bag on, nor do I have really a good place to hang it. So I'm just gonna do it myself and kind of squish all the stuff out. And once I think I have most of it out, I'm going to empty the contents into this bag and give it to my husband to dispose of, because they don't really serve any purpose, especially now that I have got all the juice and flesh off of them. So that first container, the Cool Whip container, got me about 4 cups of cherry juice, and I'm checking my recipe that came in my box with my pectin. I need 3.5 cups. So this will do a little more than one batch of cherry juice. So that's pretty cool. Now I've done and finished the second pot. So I'm going to start with one recipe's worth at a time. So I've got 3.5 cups of juice in here. By the way, I had 15 cups total of cherry juice. I'm going to do another batch, but then I think I'll freeze some, and that way I have something to do this winter. So I'm just going to bring this up to a boil, and this is the pectin I'm going to use, just regular Sure-Gel, and I've already measured out my 4 cups of sugar. And, And this is what our little party looked like. My dad was out in the tree, picking cherries and bringing them in, and us girls were pitting them. So I've got getting my cherry juice up into a boil, and once it is a complete boil, I will add my pectin to it. What I'm doing in the background there is I've got my electric pressure canner going, warming up with my jars in to get my jars hot. So I'm just gonna whisk in my package of pectin and let that boil for at least a minute. So now I'm going to add my 4 cups of sugar. This is definitely not a low sugar pectin that I bought, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna get that all stirred in and dissolved and get it up to a boil. In the background there, I am removing my jars from the water bath in my canner and getting my funnel, you know, all the lids and rings and stuff all ready. So when this is good and ready, we're able to just press on and get it in the canner as soon as possible. Okay, I've got it boiling here pretty good. I can't stir it to make them go down. So I'm going to reduce my heat a little bit, and I'm going to remove some of the foam off the top. The foam doesn't really bother me, but I am going to gift a jar to my mom and a couple of my mom's friends. So I want to get at least some of it off. There's some trick you can do with a pat of butter, but I'm just going to ladle majority of the foam off and call it good. So because this is my test batch, I'm just gonna use some pints, and I'm just gonna start filling them. I don't end up needing the 4th jar, which is just fine. So I'm just filling it up about a 1/4 inch headspace, and then I will move on to the next jar. And I'm only able to fill like 2 3/4. Now, if I were to use my jelly jars, it would have been different, but test batch, I wanna make sure it all gels. So this blue jar here initially is only partially full, so I'm just going to grab one of my leak-proof lids and throw on it, and that one will just go in the fridge. So I've got my white vinegar and a rag, and I'm just going to start wiping the rims, get that sugar and juice off, anything, any of that happened to be. And when I was doing this jar, I happened to find a chip in the top of my jar. So I cannot use this jar. So originally I was like, well, I'll just throw it into a new jar and it'll be fine. But then I realized, why would I do that when I can just fill the blue jar and put the one with the chip in the top in the fridge, and then when that jar is over, I can just take care of that jar, discard it, or use it for storage or something. I don't know. But so I'm going to end up filling the blue jar and canning that one and putting the one with the chip in the fridge. So I'll get my lids and rings put on and we'll head over to the water bath canner. I have this set up to water bath, not pressure can. And I don't know where my jar lifter is. I'm really close to just buying another one, but I'm pretty sure it might be in my giant Amish water bath canner. So I want to pull that out and check before I just order one. But for a couple jars of jelly, I'll just be careful. So my water isn't quite above the jars, so I'm just adding some really hot tap water until it gets to the top of the jars. And this only has to go for 10 minutes, so it's not huge. Sometimes I don't even water bath my jelly, it just depends on what I feel like doing that day. So I'll get that closed and get it going. And I just pulled these out and I'm going to cover them and let them sit for a day so that they can finish doing their thing and seal. Here we are the next day and I'm checking them. They both sealed. Looks like they both gelled pretty good. So I'll consider that a win and I will make another batch so I have enough to gift. But let's check the one in the fridge real quick. And this is the one that had the chip in it. And if I flip it upside down, it has got a beautiful gel. So I'm super happy about it. So here's a look at our big, massive cherry tree, and super happy about it. And it got beautiful, just gorgeous cherries off of it. So we have been enjoying them. We also have a sour cherry tree as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my cherry pit jelly and you might try it and see what adventures come next week. Have a good week.